Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why the narcissist takes other people's sides. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is one of the awkward situations that happens frequently in a narcissistic relationship. You will find out that the narcissist will take other people's sides virtually all the time over yours. In other words, they are devaluing you. If you have any substance or any great ideas or any suggestions for the narcissist, let's say that you're in a stable relationship with them, say it's a friendship, or if it's a sibling or mom, dad, or romantic interest, whomever it is, business, community, organization, religious group, when you vocalize your ideas and things, many times they will be not listened to. And then magically, the day after or a few days later, the narcissist will have stolen your idea, given credit to either themselves or somebody else, but they won't give credit to you. And then you will say to them, wait a minute, that was my idea. I had it in the business meeting on Monday, remember? And I said that, and they're like, no, you said something, but that wasn't what you said. And then you're sitting there scratching your head like, what is going on here? I put weeks into that performance and into that idea and that concept, and now it's been stolen from me. Well, that's the toxic, narcissistic workplace bully for you, stealing ideas, which happens each and every day. It's happening right now all over the globe, but not just in the workplace. It's happening in other relationships as well. This is why the narcissist takes the side of complete strangers and others over yours, because what they're doing there is, first of all, they do not want to give you credit for anything. You should know that by now. The narcissist is always trying to devalue you and to deflate you and to have you believing that you should be working harder. They don't want you believing in yourself. They want you believing that the narcissist has all the answers, and that many times the solutions that you came up with to the issues and or concerns that perhaps both of you had, they would take credit for them, or they would say that a friend at work gave them the same idea before you suggested it to them. Really pay attention to this message. This is on purpose. Not only is it gaslighting, it's invalidating, it's devaluing you, it's making you scratch your head thinking, but wait, I know I said these things, and I documented it, and it's here on my smartphone, I can prove it to you, but then they're not gonna wanna pay attention to you. So what do you usually do? You usually sweep it under the rug, and you continue to scratch your head thinking, what is going on here? This is why so many times, here's a different example. You are going to pick up the narcissist from somewhere, let's say it's after work or something, and of course, you have to be early, because if you're not early, then the narcissist will give you a hard time for not being there. And if you're late, heaven forbid that, you could experience a rage fit on the way home. And you have to account for traffic, for Mother Nature, for gas, for electricity, for everything. So you were groomed to be there early, so you would waste your time waiting for the narcissist. And remember, when the narcissist saw your car outside, they would be making you wait even longer, because that's the game they play. They play a waiting game, and they want to diminish you and invalidate you and use you as a transportation service. But getting back on track, let's say you go to pick them up, and the narcissist for once is ready. And where are they? They're outside, and all their gear is ready. And who are they with? They're with a complete stranger. You don't even know who it is. Could be the same sex, could be a different sex, doesn't really matter. The point is, you get out of the car, you go say hi, and the narcissist looks at you like, basically like, who are you? Like, they totally treat you like as if they don't even know you. And this could be your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, brother, sister, lover, spouse, whomever. But this is what they do. And it seems to you like they're like now best friends with this complete stranger, who perhaps is an acquaintance, a client, someone they just met, a lifelong friend, who knows? But what's happening here are many things. One, you're not being treated properly at all. Number two, most likely you weren't even introduced. You had to introduce yourself. Number three, you weren't even treated as if you existed, as if you were there, despite the fact you went to go pick them up after work. In other words, you are being treated less than a complete stranger. Think about it. This is how they treat complete strangers, better than you, or they take other people's sides over yours. And then when you get in the car, you're saying, well, that was kind of different. Like, who is that person? And then the narcissist just downplays it. Oh, that's so-and-so. They're from high school. I've known them for years. Or, you've seen them around. And you're like, no, I really haven't. And then what happens? Then the narcissist will you will experience a rage fit, the silent treatment, or they will just completely blow you off, because now they're on one of their 3 smartphones while you're driving. And again, you're put back in your place, which is to do what? It's to be consumed by the narcissist, to be their errand person, to be the person who pays the bills, to be the person who tolerates the poor behavior, to be the person who isn't introduced, to be the person who's waiting for them, to be the person who's putting your own life on hold while you're pumping up the narcissist life. That's exactly what you did. So when they take complete strangers' sides over yours, it happens so frequently. How about this one? You go to a barbecue or an event and there are complete strangers there. You know some people, but you don't know everybody. Well, of course, what's the first thing the narcissist does? That's right, they scour the barbecue event. They look around to see who they already know, and they check in with them real quickly. They figure out who they don't know, and they want to certainly meet them because they are nice, new, shiny objects, and perhaps they have beach houses all over the globe, or they have resources or access to events or something that can better the narcissist. That's why the narcissist can't sit still at these functions. But the point is, when you're there, what happens? That's right. Again, when you get to the barbecue, first of all, the narcissist most likely is walking way in front of you or way behind you. They're not walking with you. And did they check in with you when you're at these events? At times, once in a while, sure. But they were really too busy looking for what? That's right, they're looking for your replacement. They're looking for supply sources to take from. Exactly what they do. So when you're there, let's say that you meet some people that you hadn't met before, like I began to share. Then the barbecue's over, you go home, and then all of a sudden, you get back to where you are with the narcissist. And keep in mind, you don't know they're the narcissist. And you're talking with them, and they're like, oh, so-and-so, I just met them. They have such great ideas about A, B, and C. And you're saying to yourself, wait, I just told you those ideas like a month ago. What happened? And you say that to them, or by this time, you're so beaten down, you just bite your tongue. You don't even say anything because you've been trained and groomed that your silence is actually what you should be doing, and you let them play their own tiny little Bollywood script in their brain, believing that this new individual who they just met, who now clearly they hold in high esteem, is sharing the same ideas you shared a month ago. But what do? They're invalidating you, and they know what they're doing. Think about it. Think about this. I'll zoom out for a moment. Think about when you did have some good ideas on how to do whatever it was, fix something around the house or the kids or whatever you would do, vacation planning, whatever, gifting. You would say these things, and notice how the narcissist, virtually every time, would take a little sliver of your idea, make it their own, put a rubber stamp on it, and then boom, they're getting supply from your original concept. They just tweaked some things, and now it's their idea. This is what they do. This is exactly how they live. In the narcissist, there is no originality whatsoever. You may think that there is. There isn't. What they do is they take from people. They take ideas, notions, concepts, trains of thought, experiences, and they put them all in a blender. They mix them up. It becomes a special sauce of the narcissist. And what happens then? Then it is painted on the mask that they super glue to their face for new, unsuspecting individuals, and sometimes previous sources of supply when they're trying to hoover. But you get that message. It's exactly what the narcissist does. There is no originality. Think of all the hobbies that the narcissist picked up when you were in the relationship with them. Think of where they got the hobbies from. Maybe it was bike riding, maybe it was mountain climbing, maybe it was skiing or surfing, maybe it was painting, maybe it was music, whatever it was. These were all hobbies that the narcissist took from you. They did not do these beforehand. They may have claimed they did. They didn't. And what happened? Once they knew they had their fangs sunken into you, then slowly you figured out that not only were you not doing the hobbies, but they were taken away from you. And believe me when I tell you, your time was spent doing other things because the narcissist just assimilated themselves with you throughout the beginning of the relationship, only to devalue you. And when you were discarded, if you were, my heart goes out to you, then you figured out that, wow, I don't even want to do these hobbies anymore. Why? Because they remind you of the narcissist. Think about this. This is all on purpose. It's all part of the huge setup. That is why when you go no contact with the narcissist, you block them, remove all people and flying monkeys associated with the narcissist. You close the chapter of the book on that period of your life, and you heal properly, and you understand that in time, in your time, you will heal. When you do that, that's when these hobbies will return many times. Now, it will take time. It's not like overnight you're going to start doing your favorite activities will be. And sometimes, honestly, sometimes people don't do the hobbies anymore. Most times the hobbies do return though, because that is how you regain your energy and your strength. And that is the way you conquer the narcissistic relationship, by reclaiming you, your identity, your hobbies, and sincerely starting from scratch. But as the thumbnail mentioned, why the narcissist takes the sides of others, certainly over yours, it's because they don't want you being original. They don't want you being you. They know that you provide such value on this planet. They know about your abundance and your beauty and your integrity and your courage and your fortitude and your education and commitment and resilience, but they don't want you having any of those things because those are things the narcissist does not possess. Please get the message. The narcissist is a taker. That is their role, to take, take, take. And when they're done, what do? That's right, they try to take more. And your role in the relationship was to give. You just didn't know it. You thought you were in a loving, stable, healthy, reciprocal relationship. Nothing could be further from the truth. You were in a one-sided relationship with an individual who was simply trying to beat you down each and every day, exhaust all of your resources, and certainly have you end up like as a shell of yourself. In other words, the energy transformation, like I mentioned a few weeks ago in a video I created, there is an energy shift in these relationships with the narcissist. And what it is you, the beautiful, abundant person watching the video right now, you have everything the narcissist needs. You have the energy. Consider yourself as a battery that goes on and on and on. But a battery gets depleted at times, doesn't it? That's right, that was you. Think about when you removed yourself from the relationship, what happened? Your battery became more and more charged. And the further you got away from the relationship, the more your battery got full. And the fuller it got, the more charged it got, the more powerful you became. And this is when you rose through the ashes like a phoenix. And this is when you entered the third version of you. Remember, there are three versions of you. There's the version of you before you met the narcissist. There's the version of you when you're in the narcissistic relationship being devalued. And there's the version of you post-narcissistic relationship when you've healed and you've processed everything, including childhood wounds, and you've put the narcissist in the past and you understand it was a lifelong learning lesson that you had to go through it. There was no other way. When that happens, that's when you understand, wow, I have so much value and abundance. And then really pay attention to this. Many times you, the energy source for the narcissist, when the relationship is over, you will heal when you do the proper steps, like I mentioned. Then the stronger you get, sincerely, really understand this. The weaker, not only does the narcissist get with you, as I mentioned in a video a few days ago, but the narcissist will never find a source of supply, i.e. a human being like you. You may think right now, well, actually, they're doing quite well, Andrew. I think that they did. They didn't. Remember, perception is not reality. What you're thinking, if you're spying on them, by the way, you shouldn't be, or if you have to go attend games or events with them because you share kids, and if you see that the narcissist is looking well, that's just a look. Remind yourself of what went on when you were in the relationship, how you were treated, let's put it that way. Well, that's happening with the narcissist right now, because all the narcissist does is they go from relationship to relationship, business to business, person to person, town to town, city to city, blowing up relationships, and they get worse over time. They really, sincerely do. So think about it. You are the battery. You are a battery of beautiful abundance, of positive energy, of glow, of fortitude, commitment, strength, courage. This is you. What is the narcissist? They are somebody who is trying to glom on and or attach themselves to you and to drain your battery as low as they possibly can. That is why when your battery is running super low, I'll use a car analogy here. You are the car with the battery. The narcissist is the driver, actually. They're steering the car and all that for this analogy. And your car is getting flat tires and your car's battery's running low. The narcissist, what do? They ask you to pull over, they get out, and they jump into a brand new car that has a full battery, a full tank, brand new tires, and whom? An unsuspecting individual who does not know what they are now entering, which is a narcissistic relationship. Really get the message. This is how these cycles go on and on and on. So again, why the narcissist takes the side of other people over you? It's so clear to see. They don't want you to be you. They want you to be a little sidekick of theirs, a little extra in their Hollywood movie, a little person that gets no credit, no matter if you were married for a day or 30 years. They've never cared about you. They've never loved you. What they care about is that you are a safety blanket, a secure system for them that they can abuse, use, and manipulate, and that they're hoping that you will stick around the relationship as long as you possibly can. And honestly, they're hoping that your battery stays charged as long as it can, because once they have you in place, remember, the narcissist is a lazy individual. Once they have you in place, they're banking on you staying there and taking the abuse more and more and more, to the detriment of yourself and to the betterment of the narcissist. That is why there's an energy exchange. It's going from you, the beautiful empath or bright shining light, to an empty shell, which is the narcissist. And that happens throughout the body of the relationship until you exit it, and then you recharge your battery, because that's the natural progression. That's the path once you've healed, and then narcissist is depleted again. That's why they go on so quickly to other unsuspecting individuals, because they need to regulate. Now, is that an excuse for discarding anybody or for ending a relationship? Absolutely not. But I will tell you right now, if you've gone through the narcissistic abusive cycle, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Did you want to go through it? No. Did you know what you entered into? Absolutely not. Once you've risen through the ashes and you've come through the other side, are you grateful that you've made it? Yes, you are. And this has changed you in such a positive way that no school, no class, no university, no individual can teach it to you. You have to go through it yourself and get the wisdom. That's the whole purpose. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand it wasn't you. The narcissist was never treating you properly. They were never introducing you. They were never celebrating you. What they were trying to do was keep you alongside of them, or behind them perhaps if you're entering a barbecue, you know, when you're walking in, or an event. And they just wanted to keep you on an invisible leash and have you make them look good and have you drive them, take care of them, pay the bills, put a roof over their head, give them money, etc., travel, whatever else you did. But you were never respected, you were never loved, you were never honored or cherished. Trust me when I tell you, every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. It's simply a matter of time if you figure it out first, or the narcissist gets that new battery in place. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you. God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great afternoon. All right, bye, guys.